At the start of her husband's long imprisonment from 1962 to 1990, Mrs. Mandela was severely restricted in travel, association, and speech, and for years underwent almost continual harassment. She has suffered from depression, particularly after her sister Yetunde Price was her career winnings, wait for this, total more than the highest of any female athlete. And wait for this as well. This is Africa, the cradle of mankind's birth, where powerful kingdoms arose with stories of worth. A youth-filled land, the youngest population, with diamonds and cocoa from its fertile foundation, exemplary leaders, their legacy told. Nkrumah, Mandela, their spirits bold. From Johnson Sirleaf's Liberia, where freedom lies, and her first female leader, so wise. Let courage and dreams unite as one for a brighter tomorrow where greatness is spun. In this beautiful, colorful, and friendly domain, greatness awaits, where hopes shall not wane, where tales of triumph weave a tapestry. Welcome to Today in African History. It's September 26th, and the beautiful lady pictured here sadly died on this day in 1937. Her name was Bessie Smith, born April 15th, 1894. She was a jazz and blues vocalist whose powerful, soulful voice won her countless fans and earned her the title Empress of the Blues. Smith's songs stressed classic blues subjects: poverty and oppression, love and betrayal, independence, and stoic acceptance of defeat at the hands of a cruel and indifferent world. Her rich contralto voice and breathing exuded emotional intensity. As a result, her music was not accepted in all circles, as she was considered rough and low class. Smith recorded with a variety of accompanists during her recording career, including pianist Fletcher Henderson, saxophonists Coleman Hawkins, and trombonist Charlie Green. She recorded St. Louis Blues, Cold in Hand Blues, and Careless Love Blues with Louis Armstrong in 1925. Bessie Smith died at the age of 43 on this day in 1937 in Clarksdale, Mississippi. She and close friend Richard Morgan were driving from a Memphis performance to Darling, Mississippi for the next day's show when their car was involved in an accident resulting in Smith's death. Bessie Smith was inducted into the Big Band and Jazz Hall of Fame in 1981 and elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1989 for her singles Downhearted Blues, which released in 1923, St. Louis Blues, released in 1925, and Empty Bed Blues in 1928. Smith received a posthumous award resulting in her induction into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Bessie Smith, who sadly passed on this day in 1937, African-American jazz and blues vocalist whose powerful, soulful voice won her countless fans and earned her the title Empress of the Blues. Next, of course, is the lady pictured here, Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, born on this day, September 26th, 1936, in Bizana, Pondoland District, Transkei, now in Eastern Cape, South Africa. She sadly died on the 2nd of April 2018 in Johannesburg, South Africa. She was a South African social worker and activist, considered by many Black South Africans to be the mother of the nation. The daughter of a history teacher, Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, moved to Johannesburg in 1953 to study pediatric social work. She met Mandela in 1956, became his devoted co-worker, and married him in 1958. At the start of her husband's long imprisonment from 1962 to 1990, Mrs. Mandela was severely restricted in travel, association, and speech, and for years underwent almost continual harassment by the South African government and its security forces. She spent 17 months in jail in 1969 to 1970 and lived in internal exile from 1977 to 1985. During these years, she did social and educational work and became a heroine of the anti-apartheid movement. In 2016, she was recognized by the South African government with the award of the Silver Order of Lusuli for her contributions to the liberation struggle during the apartheid era. On the 2nd of April 2018, she sadly died at the age of 81 after a long illness. Her life and legacy were honored with numerous memorial services throughout the country, as well as a state funeral held on the 14th of April at the famous Orlando Stadium in Soweto, South Africa. Winnie Mandela, born September 26, 1936. I don't think she needs any further introduction. Also known as Mother Africa. She died, sadly, on this day, on the 2nd of April 2018. Last but not least, it's Serena Jamaica Williams. She is a professional tennis player, ranked number 1 in women's singles tennis in August of 2014. A rank she has held 5 times in her career. She is, of course, the younger sister of tennis star Venus Williams. She was born on this day, September 26th, 1981, in Saginaw, Michigan, to Richard and Oracine Williams, and is the youngest of their 5 daughters. Serena is a fierce competitor and has played against her older sister Venus in a total of 25 professional matches, with a win-loss ratio of 14-11. This includes 8 Grand Slam finals, of which Serena won 6 between 2002 and 2003. The sisters faced each other in 4 consecutive Grand Slam finals, all of which were won by Serena. She is currently ranked 4th in overall singles titles, with a total of 17, behind Steffi Graf with 22 titles and Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova with 18 titles each. Serena's career has been marked with some controversy as well, particularly her tirade against a linesperson at the US Open in 2009. She was fined $10,000 on the spot and another $82,500 later for abusing the linesperson at what she considered a wrong call for a foot fault. She has had a series of injuries and health scares, including a blood clot found in her lungs. She has suffered from depression, particularly after her sister Yetunde Price was murdered in Los Angeles in 2003. Her autobiography, pictured here, titled My Life, Queen of the Court, was published in 2009. Her career winnings, wait for this, total more than $50 million, the highest of any female athlete. And, wait for this as well, the fourth highest amongst tennis athletes of all time. So in other words, this woman pictured here is the fourth best paid tennis athlete, male or female, black or white, of all time. That's Serena Williams. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's Today in African History. Thanks for dropping by. If you haven't liked the video yet and you like what we're doing here, like the video, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, to subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more like-minded people. Until tomorrow, it's hasta la vista.